Well, someone once asked me, when will my life change? I answered, when you change. So at this point in time, when Saturn is in the Satabisha Nakshatra, in the Nakshatra of Rahu, you need to change. Yes, your life can only change when you change. Well, some people are so rigid that they don't want to change. Hence, their life doesn't change. Except themselves, they blame everything on this planet Earth for their failure. They blame the government, they blame their neighbors, they blame the economy, they blame the stock market, they blame their parents, they blame their spouse, they blame the weather, they blame the traffic, and they keep blaming and blaming and blaming others. But the most important person you need to improve is you. Unless you change, your life will never change. So you need to focus on yourself at this point in time. You need to change yourself at this point in time. You need to make a conscious, determined and a deliberate effort to change yourself at this point in time. You need to change some habits of yours. You need to change some behavior of yours. Well, if you keep doing what you are doing, you are gonna keep getting what you are getting. So in order to get something else, you need to become something else. Your life will never change by chance, but your life will change when you change yourself. So at this point in time, the focus should be you. This life is yours, and how you want to live your life depends upon you. So stop complaining, stop blaming at this point in time. When Saturn is in the Satabisha Nakshatra, you need to blame yourself. You need to improve yourself, not others. Most of us waste our time improving others. No, that's never gonna happen. You need to improve yourself in order to improve your life. You need to walk the talk. And not only talk the talk at this point in time. Most of us are expert in talking. We say that we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll achieve that, we'll accomplish that. But those are all empty rhetorics. Unless you take action in your life, nothing will happen. And at this point in time, you need to act. And you need to act despite the distractions in your life. In other words, action, despite the distraction. So at this juncture, you need to improve yourself. You need to improve your skills. You need to utilize your talents and gifts which has been given to you by God. And the most important thing is that you need to take action. By action, I mean you need to work. Well, I agree that you won't be able to make a world like God has. But definitely, you can make your own world. If you work, if you give your effort, if you are sincere, if you are honest. And you can only make your world if you work. That means if you plant the seed in the soil. Some of us aren't willing to plant the seed in the soil, but we expect the plant. No, God expects you to at least plant the seed in the soil, and then you can see a full-grown plant. In other words, God will bless what you'll do. Well, just listen to this very carefully. Trust no future, however pleasant. Let the past bury its dead. Work in the living present with heart within and God overhead. Nothing is gonna work until you work. Yes, no magic is gonna happen in this world. It is that kind of planet. Nothing is gonna happen automatically on this planet Earth. If you don't move, your life will never move forward. So at this point in time, you need to work. You need to work as if everything depends upon you. But also pray at this point in time as if everything depends upon God. You need to keep faith at this point in time. You need to have a belief at this point in time that everything is gonna work in your favor, and God will be there with you at every step of your life at this point in time. If you have that kind of faith where it tells you that you are gonna win in life, you are gonna become the best in your life, you are gonna live the best possible version of yourself from now on. You need to have that belief that you can make it in this thing called life. You need to believe that you are stronger, wiser, and better to achieve and accomplish anything in your life. You need to believe that you are a masterpiece because you are the piece of the master, God. You need to have that childlike faith at this point in time. You need to not only believe in yourself, you need to believe in God at this point in time. You need to have faith in God at this point in time. You need to have blind faith in God at this point in time. If you keep this faith at this point in time and take your next step, in the river which doesn't have a bridge, God will place a plank under your feet. And when you take your next step, God will place a plank under your second step. So as you take risks in your life with that faith that you are never gonna drown in life, you are never gonna drown in the river, because God is gonna protect, bless, and take care of you at every stage of your life, then you will see success in your life at this point in time. But you must be willing to take that step in that river which doesn't have a bridge. Having that faith that every time you take a step in that river, a plank would appear. God would place a plank under your feet. So that is called blind faith. In other words, you must be willing to risk at this point in time. Yes, risk is very important in your life. A calculated risk is very important in your life. I am not telling you to go and gamble in the stock market or in the commodity market. No, don't do that. You need to take a calculated risk at this point in time. If you aren't willing to risk, you can't grow in your life. And if you can't grow in your life, you can't become your best in your life. And if you can't become your best in your life, then you can't remain happy in your life. And if you can't remain happy in your life, then what else is there? Because after all the human beings of this world are working towards happiness. But for that, you need to take some risks in your life at this point in time. Because where there is no risk, there is no gain. I learned very early in my life that where there is no risk, there is no gain. And everything in this world is risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. The minute you married, it got risky. Having children is risky. Driving a car is risky. Walking on the street is risky. Every moment in your life is risky. I'm gonna tell y'all how risky your life is. That you are never gonna get out of this life alive. So you see, you need to die to live here. So if death is gonna come to everyone in this world, so why stop yourself from taking a risk which is gonna make you happy ultimately? If you don't fear dying, then you can do anything in this world. I mean, you can take any risk in this world. And during the down moments at this point in time, when Saturn is in the Rahu Nakshatra, you need to remember that this too shall pass. Nothing has come to stay here permanently, not even your problems. Nothing is permanent in this world. If your life isn't permanent, what other thing you think it would be permanent? So nothing is permanent in this world. And don't wait for the right moment at this point in time. Take action anyhow. Don't wait for the perfect moment at this point in time. Some of us wait that until and unless that happens, we won't take the next step. No, life will never be perfect for you. You will never see life altogether in your life ever. There will be some flaws, some disappointments, some defeats in your life at every point in time. Nothing is perfect in this world. You have to seize the moment and make it perfect. So it all depends upon you, how you approach a situation at this point in time. What I mean is that you don't wait for the perfect moment to move forward in your life, to take action in your life. You and only you have to seize the moment and make it perfect. In other words, do what you can, where you are, with what you have. Well, this is all I wanted to tell you all about the Saturn in the Satabisha Nakshatra. If you want some specific predictions about yourself, then you are most welcome to contact me. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. There are no duplicates of a life. You will never get a chance to live this beautiful human life once again. And if you want to enhance your luck in your life, if you want to boost your luck in your life, if you want to increase and improve your luck in your life, then I want to tell you all, I have several remedies for you. You know, these remedies which I am talking about are a fusion of astrological remedies, Vastu remedies and religious remedies, which can be utilized by any person of any religion. And if you want me to pray for you, because prayer can move mountains. So if you want me to pray for your health, wealth, success, money, business, career, job, relationships, love relationships, marriage, married life, children, property, education, etc., 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 then also you may contact me. You may also contact me for a Vastu instrument. This Vastu instrument can solve all your Vastu problems of your home, office or factory. And if you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you may contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless you all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.